Hello, my lovely Leos. It's your February monthly reading. This is Alchemist Tarot, serving tarot straight up. So if you guys wouldn't mind, subscribe to the channel so you guys know when new videos are coming out. And I'm going to be talking about overall energy, what's going to be going, actions, advice, possible obstacles, what's going on with money, love, career, and then what you need to be aware of in your communication zone, and then a card for each of the weeks of this month. Mercury's in retrograde, so I'm having a hard time communicating, so just bear with me. So here we go. Overall actions of the month and kind of the energy overall, Leo, for you guys is the Hermit. So a lot of you are going within, kind of retreating back. You know, this is kind of more of an introverted time. Re-looking at things, re-evaluating things, re-examining, determining if you're on the right path. Here's the thing, Leo, that's the best thing to do during a retrograde. You know, it really is the time to re-examine and make sure that you haven't missed a step, that there's not details that you've overlooked, because it can come back and bite you in the butt later down the road. So Hermit card, take the time you need, figure things out. You know, you're going to find the answer, the solution. This light, this lantern is in front of the Hermit. You always are going to find it. Sometimes you just need to take a step back and figure out what's happening in your life and to address it and how to move forward. Actions, advice. And I forgot I have an oracle card, so let me read that in a second. Sorry, retrograde has me already messed up. Actions, advice, we get the High Priestess. Now, here's the thing. You might not have all the details in front of you. I feel this monthly, you're going to have to hunt and use your intuition to find the information you need. This is doing the shadow work. Leos, a lot of you might be going within to do some of the shadow work. You know, remember, this is number 9, Hermit card, at least in this tarot deck, and it's all about almost at a completion, but there's still a little bit more work to do, right? So feel your way through it. This is a time to actually not, you know, this is to connect you with your inner self and your spirit guides. Now, you got the oracle card was a never-ending story. I feel like this month is for you to break some old habits and patterns and beliefs and really let yourself clear that stuff out, Leo, so you can move into a new life cycle. What I'm getting at is that shadow work is never done. You're always evolving, but I do feel like there's some things that you thought that you were fine with, that you had come to terms with, but there's still some things lingering. So this is a time to get them out of the way. You have to feel it to heal it, okay? And I'm saying this because even though I'm an Aquarius, Leo and Aquarius are opposite on the charts, and I'm personally going through this, okay? Obstacles. You're not out of the woods yet. You got 6 of Swords in reverse. You're not. You're kind of in the thick of it still, Leo, but if you face this head on and you deal with some of the things that have been kind of just holding you back, essentially, you're going to be on to calmer waters before you know it. So don't lose hope and don't get frustrated. So let's see. Okay, in the money zone, you guys got the Hangman in reverse. This is not the time, Leo, to assume that finances are good. This is a time to look at those balance sheets. Look at your banking and your habits. I'm saying this because there could be a charge that you didn't realize that was there, or maybe like an ongoing subscription charge that you're just like, oh, I don't even need this. I thought I canceled this. Whatever the case is, do your due diligence, because you could find something out of the blue, or, you know, maybe there's a charge that someone did without you knowing. Whatever the case is, you need to take a really strong look at your banking statements and just look at your money overall. And again, this can be certainly just that time where that Hermit card, you're taking a step back, you're reevaluating a lot of things across the board. So don't overlook your money and think everything's okay. Don't assume. Love, you guys got 5 of Pentacles. Now, you know, if you're in a coupled relationship, I feel like one of you is working harder at the relationship than the other. And what's tough about this is that relationships aren't always necessarily hard. They're hard when one personally works at them. So for some of you, I feel like you are, you know, with the 5 of Pentacles, feel like you've, you know, at a loss of words, you're disappointed. There's a lack of emotional fulfillment there, and, you know, unhappiness, and you feel like there's just something missing, and loneliness. Singles, for some of you, you can definitely feel the longing for a relationship and that you want something there, but I don't feel, Leo, that this is the month that love is going to be taking like center stage. And I know that's weird for a lot of people because, you know, Valentine's Day and things like that, but at the end of the day, you know, you can't force it. If there's no chemistry, if you don't really If you're not in it wholeheartedly, then there's no point to jump into the dating game or starting a relationship, okay? So because relationships are on the fritz and not really a priority, or some of you are maybe just trying to forget, you're throwing a lot of your focus into career zone. You got Ace of Cups. So I definitely feel like there's a new job on the beginning for some of you, something that you've been waiting for, a dream job. Allows you to have a lot of creativity, a lot of emotional fulfillment in this new position, and or that your job could be changing and could you be taking on a lot more roles and responsibilities that make you happy. It's a new beginning. So this is going into it with a fresh new pair of eyes, you know, being open and seeing what the possibilities are. Really exciting stuff for you. Communication zone. Okay. So because I think work could be taking off, or, you know, you're kind of there's a lot of things going on this month, Leo. And with the Eight of Wands in reverse for communication, I'm going to tell you, you could probably get pretty overwhelmed this month, and you might react and lash out communication wise. So just be careful about that. You know, there could be an innocent bystander, that catches the claws of the Leo that they may not really deserve. So if you start feeling overwhelmed and you feel like that is going to come out in a very direct or forceful or negative way communication wise, take a step back and wait. Relook at those emails before you send them. You know, maybe type it out but don't send, you know, type of thing. Like don't send something in a passionate moment, Leo. First week, the Death card. A lot of transformation, a lot of transition. I think for you, a lot of you Leos are going to be going deep within this first week and starting to evaluate and see that there are some changes that you need to make. And this is shadow work. This is definitely realizing that there's some things that are still lingering that you've got to get out of the way. And it's not about, and it's taking them head on. It's not just, you know, hoping that they go away. The only person that's going to get rid of them is you. So focus on it this first week. Second week, we got Seven of Wands in reverse. I think for many of you, especially because this is under the Five of Pentacles, you really don't know where you stand. And you don't really, I think for a lot of you in possibly, you know, even love related, you don't really know what you want. You're kind of at a point where, you know, there's a lot of things that are changing and evolving in your life, and you've changed and evolved as a person, and maybe your partner hasn't really, you don't see them in your life in the future. So Seven of Wands though is at some point you're going to have to take some action. You're going to have to say something. You're going to have to approach and hit this direct on. So it may not be the second week, but you do need to start to think of, if I'm not happy, then I am responsible to make changes to be more positive. So what does that look like? Okay. Third week, Knight of Pentacles. You know, this is right under the Ace of Cups. So whatever you work on, you know, put the creativity and passion behind it, of course, but it may take you a little bit. Ace of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. It might take you a little bit to get your on solid ground, meaning that you feel confident in what you're doing. Some of you might get to move to another location for work, but maybe it's, you know, again, like, you know, finding out the new place, like new colleagues, you know, figuring out, you know, living situations. It could be minor things like that too. But whatever you're building on, slow and steady, just know that you have to keep plugging away and chipping away at it. And if you really believe in your heart and soul you're doing the right thing, then it will work out. And it's something that is going to be steadfast, but it's just going to take you a while to get there. Okay. Fourth week, you got Three of Wands. So all I can tell you is that a lot of your hard work and you're going to start to see things manifest in your 3D world. Three of Wands is like, you know, you start kind of from this idea, you know, from the beginning, and then you start to build your way and work and work and work. And I do feel that this is work related, where you're starting to see things come to you. So more opportunities might come to you, Leo. You might be asked, you know, for your advice or feedback, or you might be asked to do some public speaking. But more opportunities are coming your way because you've been really head down and focused on, you know, in the career zone, it looks like not so much love, but putting a lot of heart and soul into it, and people are recognizing your passion. So awesome job, Leo. You know, again, just take it slow this month. Work on yourself and know that it's not a race, it's a journey, okay? So make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you're the first one to know about these videos coming out. Also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I post there all the time. If you're interested in a reading from me and or exclusive membership content, then all that information's in the bio. Thank you guys and have a wonderful, wonderful month.